if you're subscribed to a lot of YouTubers right now, you might have noticed that over the past month, there's been a huge increase in Banlist videos. A lot of people are complaining that we don't have one, and I'm not going to share my thoughts entirely because I think Jonathan Moore and Glasgow Yu-Gi-Oh! Both accurately described how I feel about the situation. Their videos right now are under a lot of scrutiny. They have a ton of dislikes on them. I believe they're both still positive as far as likes to dislikes go, but a lot of people are really mad at them, and I think it's not deserved. But that's besides the point. I wanted to make this video to kind of tell you why these Banlist videos are popping up and to sort of give some light to all these YouTubers doing this. So if you don't know, controversy gets views. And there's nothing people like talking about more, as in the Yu-Gi community, as much as Banlists. Banlists are great videos to make because you get people that are angry at you and they leave lots of comments, which means extra views that you get for free. You can make the dumbest Banlist video ever and it'll get views because people just want comments. They want to leave what they think about the ban list, or what they think about your opinions of the ban list, or what they think about opinions of other people's opinions on the ban list. They just want to comment. Commenters love it. And especially when you make a clickbaity title that's looks like it's announcing something but isn't announcing something, or has a lot of exclamation points, or gets people riled up. And these are a lot of the Banlist videos that I've seen outside of John and Glasgow's, because they want your views. I wouldn't necessarily call it clickbaiting. I mean, I probably would, honestly, but I suppose technically if the title has Banlist in it, it's not clickbaiting because they're talking about the Banlist. But there's been so many videos recently of people sitting on the Banlist page on the official site and just scrolling up and down it, or even better, just like leaving it in the middle of the screen and just like talking about like, why is Konami not giving us the Banlist? Why is this so terrible? And that's great because it gets people commenting. If they disagree with you, they can comment about how much they disagree with you. And if they agree with you, which I think a lot of people right now do agree with these people, they can then take solace in the fact that there's other people that share their opinions, and then they'll put their opinions in the comment section, and then you'll get comments starting to develop into full conversations, which gets you more views, more likes, more dislikes. All the clicks matter. I know people think that disliking videos does stuff, but realistically, if you're getting a click for a dislike, you've now earned a view and another click from the actual dislike, which gets your video noticed more. And that's why these Banlist videos do so well, and that's why almost every channel does them every time Banlist season comes around. And you might have noticed, if you've been subscribed to me for a while, I don't really make these videos because I think they're really stupid for that reason, and that when you click a Banlist video, most people don't want to hear what the person talking really has to say. They open the video and they comment their own thoughts about what they think should be on the ban list, and that's it. That they don't want to watch. I mean, I'm sure there's like a small portion. I mean, I always get devil's advocates in my comment section, but I'm sure there's a small portion of the community that clicks these videos to listen to what the YouTuber has to say. But realistically, I think most people click those videos to post their own opinions in the comments, and then start arguments and feel better about themselves for some reason. But these videos aren't productive, and they're just cheap views because, I mean, they just always are. Banlist videos are the cheapest views you can possibly have on YouTube. I actually can't think of, like, maybe using nostalgia to, like, get casuals to watch your videos. Like, maybe that's more cheap views. But realistically, I think that Banlist videos are the cheapest views that you could possibly get, because people just click them and they love them and they eat them up, and it's sad, really. Like, why are you clicking? Why do you have to watch 8 Banlist discussions that all say Konami sucks, I hate them? Why are you doing that to yourself? And I mean, I could talk about, I have like points here that I wanted to talk about. Like, I can remember when there was 6 months in between each Banlist, and people bitched about that because it got really stale. And I can remember when they then announced 3-month ban lists, and people bitched about it because that's too fast. And then I can remember when Konami announced, hey, we're not going to put dates to ban lists, so we don't feel pressured to just put out one even if nothing needs to be changed. And people got even more pissed. But there was something I learned about the YouTubing or the Yu-Gi-Oh community, is that everyone just wants to complain. They want to be angry. And hell, I mean, that's what I'm doing in this video. I'm complaining and I'm angry that the YouTubing community is so dumb and that commenters are so dumb. I know it sounds mean, but like, stop falling for this. Stop clicking videos that are obviously clickbait. Like, everyone that emails Konami, yeah, okay, so the main reason I'm making this video, now that we're 5 minutes in here, or what sparked it, is 2 posts in Zodiac, and also these were sort of mentioned in other channel videos. I won't call anyone out. I know John just went through people's videos while he did his discussion video to allude to what people are talking about, but there's 2 things that people have done in the past and are really thinking about doing now or have done now, and the first one is they email Konami asking where the hell is the ban list, and sometimes in some high-profile cases, they write really long paragraphs for some reason, and then Konami emails back a stock email of, we don't have any updates at this time. The second thing that people are doing is they're calling Konami and thinking that's going to, like, help. They're calling Konami, which is actually just a front desk person, and then asking them where the ban list is. Both of these things are ridiculous. I don't know how you can ever do these things unless you just have that much free time, but I guess we'll just address them first by the email. Of course they're going to like reply with a stock reply. What do you think they're going to say to you? Do you think you're going to write all these paragraphs bitching about them not having a ban list? You think they're going to email you and be like, oh, you're right, you seem really chill, here's the ban list, don't tell anyone? Like, you think they're going to do that? Because they're not. They're not going to do that. No matter what you email them, no matter how much you beg, they're not going to just give you the ban list. They're not going to push it forward because people are complaining. They're just not. They have it on their own time schedule. They don't want to feel pressured to post one, so they're not going to post one. That's just what happens. That's what they do now. There was times in the 3 months ban lists where they would just post one, and they would make like 2 changes, and people would bitch about that. So they just stopped doing them because they didn't need them. And then as far as calling the front desk, that's probably even worse because you're calling someone that probably doesn't even play Yu-Gi-Oh! Because they're just giving the phone number of the regular Konami headquarters. So it's like, okay, let's say you walk into a McDonald's, right? And you go to the cashier and you say, I demand Shamrock Shakes be sold year-round. And they're like, oh, I can't control that. So you leave the restaurant and you bring 15 of your friends to all demand that those shakes are sold year-round, and the cashier once again tells each one of those people, I have no idea how I would even possibly do that. That's pretty much what it's like when you call Konami, a front desk person, and say, I want the Yu-Gi-Oh! Ban list. They're just doing their job. Why do you have to ruin their day by spamming them with calls? And it's like, I know Yu-Gi-Oh! Players aren't always the most mature, and both of these things seem pretty immature, so I guess that's proving a point. And I know that the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community is really restless right now, but I guess this is like important that I don't think they need a ban list or I don't think they have needed a ban list for the past 6 months, because if you pay attention to each month, there was a new organically developed metagame. When you look at like early post WCQ or post Worlds, you see like Blue Eyes decks taking over. ABC structure deck hits, ABCs are now a meta deck, and then we get Paleozoics, and that changes everything, because now we have like masked heroes in the mix, and Metalfoes are way better than they ever were, and Metalfoes, were okay during Blue Eyes, but realistically when you got Mithrilium, that changed everything, so now you have a whole new dynamic metagame, and then we get the DDD structure deck, and that changes things for a couple weeks, and then we get finally to now, when we hit Zodiacs and Lawn Mowing decks, and that changes everything, and you can see, if you just pick random events from each month, that they're completely different. There's a ton of different decks topping, there's a ton of different tech happening, and that's called organic development. Konami isn't pushing a ban list out. They're not just forcing themselves to make one just so that they like new decks are better. I know it's like a really common complaint, right? Everyone here has probably seen people complain about the same 2 things. The first being Konami hits old cards to make new cards better. This is like the most common complaint. Oh, Konami only hits older cards so they can push new product. But then the other complaint is, man, why isn't Konami hit Mermails or BA enough? They've been good for too long. So like, do you want your cake or do you want to eat it? Like, do you want them to hit old cards to make new cards better, or do you want them to not hit old cards so that legacy decks can still be played? Like, you can't have both. And that's like my biggest pet peeve with Yu-Gi-Oh! Players complaining about the ban list, is that they somehow want a format where Konami is not hitting old stuff, but is simultaneously not hitting old stuff. And it's like, stop being so stupid. Is that like I don't know if that's like the moral of this video, but be realistic. How about that? That's nicer. Just be realistic and think before you do stupid things to people that don't have any control over anything. Please. Just stop doing things that aren't going to help at all. In fact, a lot of these things just make it worse. I mean, do you think like calling Konami front desk people is going to like help at all? Do you think like spamming their email is going to help at all? No. No, it's not.